Nordine Oubaali in the second Olympic Games boxed as a light flyweight in Beijing 4 years ago. He's competed in no fewer than 3 world championships and got a bronze medal in his first world championship in Chicago in 2007. A serious contender for medals. Ajmal Faisal has got here because of what's known as a tripartite invitation. They decided that although he didn't quite qualify through any of the tournaments which he entered, he was a prospect, and it was felt that an invitation here to box in London 2012 would do him the world of good. And indeed, Afghanistan is the only representative of that country here in the boxing tournament in London 2012. Been there, seen it, done it. Several t-shirts to his name. Former world bronze medalist, and you can see just how tall these chaps are by the fact that some of them are just coming up to the level of the corner. Big cheer for Ajmal Faisal from the knowledgeable crowd, who I'm quite sure wish him well. Referee Veronica Sux from Hungary. First time women's boxing has been in the Olympic Games, and the first time women have officiated in the Olympic Games, particularly in the men's. Giant electronic screen just above the ring will record the scores at the end of each round, and right in the final, no running score in the top left-hand corner. So opening contest of this session, 52 kilograms the division, the much more experienced of the two in red from France. 25-year-old from Lens, Nordine Oubaali. His opponent is only 21 years of age.
Well, the boxer from Afghanistan, Faisal, he's been given this placing in the Olympic Games, and he couldn't have had a tougher draw, Jim, to be quite honest, because this Frenchman, very experienced, compact, southpaw, he's got a lot of power as well. And, you know, the Cubans would have been looking to avoid this Frenchman. This is how good he is, this kid. And poor old Faisal has drawn him. But good luck to the lot. It was great to hear the cheer from the crowd when they mentioned his name, or announced his name rather. But he's got a tough one tonight against Oubaali.
Quite surprised at looking at the most recent boxing rankings supplied by the governing body of the sport, the Amateur International Boxing Association. Oubaali was not on those ratings, but he's really coming forward. I'm not sure this is going to last terribly long if he keeps catching his opponent with shots like that. There's another right hand, and he is a little tearaway, remember. He was pretty small for a light flyweight, the 49 kilogram division, 4 years ago in Beijing.
Yeah, he's a big puncher, he's the Frenchman, but he's got good boxing skills as well. And his strength is at mid-range. He's very good with his mid-range right hook. Also got a great straight left hand, but he is short and compact. So mid to short range is where his strength lies.
And you remember Richie 4 years ago having beaten a very good man from Uzbekistan. He lost out to the eventual gold medal winner in Beijing, Zhu Ximing of China. And the score was 3 points to 3 at the end of 3 very close rounds. And we felt at the time that the Frenchman had done enough to win it, but on count back it went to Zhu, who then went on to win the final. So he was very, very unlucky then. He won't want to leave anything to chance in what is an equally competitive division, albeit one higher up than the one in which he competed 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think the Chinese boxer on that occasion just got the home advantage, didn't he? And he just sneaked home, but we felt that Oubaali had actually won it. And I've been watching him in spar. The French have been over sparring with us, Jim, and he's done very well against people like Khalid Yafai, who's just turned professional but was a GB boxer, and also Andrew Selby, the flyweight for Great Britain, who's had a bye in this round. And he's performed very well against him also. And remember, Selby, world silver medalist.
26 boxers competing in this division, six of them seeded, including Britain's Andrew Selby, who's seeded number 2, the Irishman Michael Conlon, who's seeded number 6, and the formidable Russian Misha Aloyan, who's seeded number 1. But that's not a bad opening round, and it's a 7-2 lead at the end of that for Nordine Oubaali. who looks as if he hasn't even broken sweat. Busy round for him, mind you. Looking very positive. Good single punches. Doesn't seem to be too fazed by moving up the extra division and adding on an extra kilogram or two.
Yeah, some good work here from Oubaali. Moves into range and then throws that left hand. Just feinted with the right, didn't he, as he approached. And there, look, continuing with the attack. There's a right hook and then a straight 1-2. His opponent's going back in a negative position there, and then he gets caught with another hook, backs him up onto the ropes, and then he goes to town again with his work. Good work from the Frenchman.
I think we said 4 years ago that we wouldn't be surprised if Oubaali turned pro after his loss in the Olympic Games, but the French Amateur Boxing Association very pleased that he decided to stay amateur, and here he is challenging yet again in the Olympic Games for France.
Second round.
7-2 up the little fellow in red, the southpaw from France. Lost in the semi-final of the World Championships in 2007 to guess who? Zhu Shimning from China. That was in the light flyweight division, and Zhu really has been just about unbeatable in that division for, well, the best part of a decade.
That wasn't bad from Faisal there, just pushing Oubaali back onto the ropes, put him on the back foot a little bit. Oubaali's very good at coming forward, but he was just tested on his back foot there. So this boxer from Afghanistan, there's something about him. Oh, not too far away with another right hand again from Faisal.
Yeah, he'll be 21 on the 14th of August. Lost in his opening contest in the Asian qualifiers to Pak from the People's Republic of Korea. But such was his performance that it was decided that they would give him one of the handful of tripartite invitations. And here he is, and after an iffy first round, well, he's certainly not afraid of the Frenchman, is he?
No, he's taking the fight to him. But unfortunately, Oubaali, unfortunately for Faisal, should I say, Oubaali very good going forward, and he can box on the retreat as well. Can box on the counter as a counter puncher on the back foot. Just made a mistake there and got away with it, the Frenchman. Missed with that left hand, got to be a little bit more accurate. This is a better round from Faisal. I don't think he's winning it, but more encouraging signs.
It's a much more even round against the man who was defeated by the Irishman Michael Conlon in the World Championships in Baku last year and had to qualify for his second Olympic Games by winning the European qualifier, beat boxers from Moldova, Bulgaria, Sweden, and in the final from Turkey by 20 points to 10. Keep up the head, please, Mr. Faisal, from Veronica Souks, the Hungarian referee. Well, they're giving these two boxers a great old bit of support. Oubaali looking very confident now, Richie. He probably knows he's got this one won, but he'll certainly want to get it out of the way. He won't want to take any chances. And of course, those head guards stop any soft tissue damage in and around the eye, so there's a very, very rarely seen a contest stop since they introduced these head guards because of a cut.
That was a good right hand from Faisal again. He backed Oubaali up onto the ropes. Just lost concentration there, Oubaali. Just went back onto the ropes and got caught with a right hand. Another right hand to the body. So, better round. I do like Oubaali's movement though, Jim. The way he moves around, in and out, up on his toes. Look at that, just pushing his man to the side. Then he's back on centre ring. Yeah, he's a good performer, this Frenchman.
Yeah, quick left hand coming in after that southpaw right, bouncing, very confident. Obviously, he knows his opponent is infinitely less experienced.
Oh, lovely.
But he's not lacking heart, Faisal. I've been very impressed with him, and I think the decision to bring him along here, certainly in the 6 minutes we've seen, has been justified. Another big round for the French from 8-2, and he's opened up a gap of 15 points to 4.
Yeah, and that coach there, I don't know his name, Jim, but I think he come from Cuba. He's a Cuban coach that the French have employed over these last few years. Some action from the last round. Great shot there from Oubaali. And that's when Faisal was coming to the end of his sequence of punches. Here he is again, another angle there, long right hook. Well, he's enjoying himself, isn't he?
Well, he should be enjoying himself. It's a huge experience for him. Bit of old-fashioned towel flapping just to cool him down. And you were saying, Richie, it's not a great idea to have your elbows on the ropes because you can't quite get all that air into your lungs. It restricts the breathing. But well, he learned from that as he learned from this contest here in London. Well, good opening rounds of Olympic boxing for the wild card entry, which you could probably call it, the tripartite invitation from Afghanistan. Ajmal Faisal had the misfortune to be drawn in a hugely competitive division against the vastly experienced Frenchman. Crowd roaring on the Afghan.
Yeah, you've got to admire his determination, haven't you? I think he knows he's going out, but he's got the attitude, if I'm going out with a bang, so let's have it.
Yes, go out on the shield, as they used to say in the old warrior days. Oh, look at that variation. Double left hook and then a right hook from the Frenchman. Clever little boxer. Hugely disappointed. Devastated, as indeed was all of France when he lost on a count back to the world champion at the time, the man who went on to win the gold medal in the light flyweight division, Zhu Shimning from China in Beijing 4 years ago.
That wasn't a bad left hook from Faisal, but the attack from Oubaali, better straight punches from him. He's a good all-rounder, he can punch straight, he's got very good hooks, mid-range is his strength, but his movement also, he's just confusing Faisal a little bit, he's in and out, he's a good all-rounder.
Good defence from the Frenchman. Faisal coming storming forward, coming up to the halfway point in the third and last round. 7-2 to Oubaali at the end of the first. Won the second 8-2, leading 15 points to 4. May well be, I think, about the fourth, perhaps the fifth boxer to get past the 20-point mark in this tournament so far. You don't see 43-42 anymore, I have to say, in terms of the computer score. They used to rattle them up. Some of the judges' fingers grew more to the bone. Well done by Ajmal Faisal, coming forward and giving the much more experienced man a bit of what he probably doesn't like at all. But it's not a bad one to get out of the way for the Frenchman. He's won it. He's had to work hard. He's had to use all his skills, and it's been not just a stroll in the park.
No. To be fair, Jim, it's a great draw for the Frenchman because he's had a little bit of a workout. Lovely shot there. He hasn't had it all his own way, but he has boxed quite comfortable at times. Been tested here and there, just like that one. Got caught with a good shot. Faisal is not giving up.
Listen to the crowd are getting behind the man from Afghanistan. Nordine Oubaali, well, he certainly had no intention of trying to coast through this one, and he knows he can't coast through it. I think he's got a 1 without a single shadow of a doubt, because he was 15-4 up at the start of the round, and I can't for one moment imagine that the boxer from Afghanistan has picked up 16 unanswered points.
That's what you like to see, though, Jim, isn't it? Right to the very end. Doesn't know the word lose, he just keeps going, thinking he's going to win it. And that's the attitude you've got to have for Olympic boxers.
Fantastic, what a good selection he was. And there's a lovely hug. Oubaali knows the origins of Faisal's qualification here. Goes back to his own corner to give him a little tap round the head. Well done, maybe he took the foot off the gas a little bit in that last round. He's done very well, he's not going to be too far away in terms of medals. Good start by him right at the beginning of the round, but the fellow in blue came back at him.
Yeah, he just kept coming. Good shot there. That was a super shot from Faisal. And right to the last 30 seconds, he still thought he could win this contest. He was really taking the fight to the Frenchman, clearly behind, but for guts and determination, 10 out of 10 for Faisal.
Well, had he been drawn against perhaps 2 or 3 other boxers in this division, he'd be celebrating a bit of Olympic boxing history for Afghanistan. The only boxer here, tripartite selection, wild card, call it what you will. He's given everything and he's impressed and he's made a lot of friends, but I think the hand that's going to go up is going to belong to the man in red, just the other side of the referee from him. Nordine Oubaali has won this. Terrific start.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by a score of 22 points to 9 in the red corner, representing France, Nordine Oubaali.
Much closer last round as we suspected. Oubaali won it by 7 points to 5, and all the credit in that last round has to go, well, not just to Oubaali, but to his opponent Ajmal Faisal from Afghanistan, 22-9. Former world bronze medalist, and this is second